Hello, hello, once again, it's Wild with art! We got more art! Because that's what we do. We get art every so often. I also have outlines now. That's also to add to consideration. I don't know if it makes me more detailed or less detailed, but oh well. I've embraced my contours. A little bit, I guess. So, as usual, let's go. Throw the tablet. And, oh, also, if you can hear me be a little stuffed up, that's because I am. It's a little chilly over here. And my nostrils, or my sinuses, say otherwise. And you say, but you're a AI, you can't have sinuses. Well, I'm sorry, I can have many things. Many things at all. Alright. But no one's gonna really care about that. So, let's go and start this up, as usual. I hope everybody is doing okay. I'm glad that you're feeling better there, 80 bucks. Feeling sick always sucks. When I feel sick, it's like a few days in which I just don't want to do anything. I want to do nothing. Nothing at all. Yeah. So let's launch this. So today we're going to do objects. We're going to do a single object each time. We're going to take... we're going to start first by just doing a bunch of objects. We'll do 10 objects. We get a... Sorry, we'll do 10 basic shapes for one. And we'll do them all in this single canvas. I don't want to use this one. Because this one is too rough. So I am forced to only use one canvas. So I have to be very minute, very precise with my movements. Or I can make them very small either way. That also works. Like, that's a box. Alright, we got 30 seconds, 10 minutes. Let's start with that. If I were to redraw it again, it would be something like this. Be something like... Got a cube. It's kinda tall. Maybe not that tall. Probably clean those edges. Clean, clean, clean. We've got a cylinder. Not how a cylinder is drawn. Move down so we have a little more space. Triangle. Ooh. Move it like that, it's better. Thank you for the lurk show. Hope you're doing well. pretty small. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Why is this one so flat? I don't have enough time. It's a cone. I just start making it as a triangle and then do the edges. Okay. We got triangle. Two. We got a few. This is more of a rectangle. Line. Whoops. Line. Damn it! Keep fat fingering that spot. I did it again. That's a circle. Not much I can do about a circle. It's not like a shape that I can like draw well. I guess that's the closest thing I'm gonna get to a circle, maybe. Practice complete. Cool. Here's our quick shapes, I guess. Now we're gonna do quick objects. We're gonna do 5 quick objects. Single object, object. Then we're just gonna do 5 leads. Start with a cup. A cup. So you are oval. You are then man, those seeking lines were terrible. I guess you can kind of do the inside. The base, or the boss. The one that I always suck at doing. Already wrong. Good that you're making me do curves. I suck at them, but I hate you for this. Okay, well, the proportion of this is wrong, but okay. That's a circle. I'm gonna say this is a bigger circle. It goes down. There's other concentric circles in there, but I'm not too sure. Compass. Don't really have the time to do these or shit. We've got a hammer. We've got a cylinder on that hammer. We got a weird old box. Goes back down. There's the last of the shapes, I guess. Yeah, well, we definitely failed in the vase, or the vase. It just was not a shape we could do. Not a shape we were doing well. Let's do objects again. The time we'll do a single object, then we'll do it for 5. Sorry, we'll do it for 10 minutes. We'll do 2 for 10 minutes. Of course, it's the boss. I hate you. I hate you, boss. So how do... Maybe I should... Let's break it around in object mode instead. So we're in shape mode. A cylinder. The cylinder. Some sort of semicircle. Semicircle. Then circles itself. And a full circle. I'm gonna say it keeps going a little bit more than the actual edge of it. then it does it again. Think about maybe this point. No, that's too long. This point? No, it is a definite overextending. Then we have a bit of a cylinder. Then it expands to about the edge of this. Then we do a circle. I'll extend it to about there. Alright. Now, you probably want to get rid of this. It was just a placeholder. And notice the fact that it does shrink. So we need it to shrink. Then it does it again. Actually, it goes from here and here. It actually expands to about the size of this. Okay. Now, there's two shapes here. One starts here. Then it undulates. I think it's fine if I don't finish that shape. And then this one continues this sort of line work. Not go as tall. Lines. Stops, then it goes in, and it comes back out. That's the base, or the boss, I guess. Now we get rid of the lines that don't actually exist. For example, actually, well, I mean, it does. Actually, it kind of does. Just not the way I thought. These lines don't exist. Now we do the line of the spout, or the line of the handle. Following the bottom line. Curving. Now the top line goes a little further up. There's a bottom line. So they are at its... Assuming that I'm actually just doing the inner. Basically follow it. They're extremely thin at that end. Stay thin for the majority of it. Then there's another line that shows up here. X is the inner dimension. I don't know how to do that without making it look freaking scratching. And we can now work on some detailing here. There is a semicircle here that I've missed. Nope. I don't know, that kind of ruins more of the effect. Delete that. Again, it just wouldn't let me. The base does have another semicircle here. And has another one over here. There's a tiny little line. Then there's another line that follows. Another line that also follows this one. Okay, well, I think that's my base. It's definitely a little better improvement than the variation we had earlier. Right, we got keys. Bit of an oval. Like that, maybe? That's a circle. Circle that's kind of moved. Circle that's kind of moved upward. Like I would have to expand it that way. I guess this will work. Question is trying to get a second circle on top of the circle. Okay, we'll consider that. Do these lines. So there is box. It is a cylinder. It's basically a cylinder. Very, very tiny cylinder. It expands. Again. Then it's a circle. I think it's more of an egg. Got a bit of a point too. Needs more spacing. Don't really like that key, but it does not extend that, but it is about here. See more of an angle here. Do the same as before. Try to expand this. Five minutes. This key's a little twisted. Still think it's a little twisted, and I think it has to do with this direction. Come on. You can find it. My god. Find the line. Sure. Obviously we are also on a curve. There's a rotation to this key, but I don't think I'll be able to do that. Just getting the key shape already is hard. This one is kind of escaping this way. Nope. Sure. I guess we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna time that I want to burn canvas. Burn the canvas. Rotate the canvas again. Seeing much less of it. Then we'll do the last one. At this point, it gets to here. The line. You can see much of this anymore. And it's so twisted. It'll just be an oval, I guess. Still can see some of this. It's very reduced. Back to the original shape. And this part would be hidden. I'm out of time. Try to do the final detail. I think most of it is just kind of locked. I don't know, I can't quite see it. Can I just imagine it here? This is blocked as well. Oops. Gonna leave it the blur tool. Then hey, those are some keys, I guess. Is it a proper representation of it? Probably not. The circle could be a lot better. Probably thinner, to be honest. But It is what it is for those shapes, anyway. It is what it is for those shapes. Never know what kind of shapes you're gonna get. Okay, let's go back. And I don't really want to draw faces, because I'm not very good at those, but go to animals, I guess. I'm gonna draw 5-minute animals. Again, still using this. An oval. Oval. Good day there, Soapy. It's morning, or I guess it's noon for me, but how you doing? I am doing okay. Maybe a little tired. Sleep was not great today, but it is what it is. Sometimes you just have to do whatever you can. Trying to do... So the concept that I'm trying to do today is try to figure out shapes more. Because I tend to just want to do lines, which, you know, it's not bad, but... So, I'm trying to do shapes. But obviously my shapes are not great. They're not great at all. I feel like that would be right. I don't know. Probably can't do the legs. Beak. That. Upper beak. Like that. And there's a bunch of S shape. So now. Right. That feels like it's... Okay, that would have been the shape. Then it would have to be curved. May the shapes go how you like. What you up to today there, Soapy? What's your... I guess now you're free from doing OC October. You don't have to do one every day. Got you down. Kind of like a long tube. Assume the tail is lost. Assume that foot is also lost. In proportion. Actually, don't know if I should focus on that hand. Just like that. Then it does a belly. So my belly is not as wide. Oh, actually, well, this foot is actually the front foot, so, and this is a back foot. Then rotate. This is a back foot. Then rotates. No, I don't want to do that. No. My feet, my lines, everything is messy. Art-wise, I got a few things you want to work on. Well, if you want to do an art class with me, feel free. Otherwise, I'm just doing some basic sketching. Oh, it's this monkey again. Silly monkey. I can't draw you. feel like its main thing is make its face. Make its face. Main thing is that when I did it last time, I curved him in a way that made it look like he's looking straight at the camera. Gotta make him not look at the camera. These eyes are not realistic. He looks a bit unhappy. Then he's got another circle. Now that I think of it, this is actually... If I were to redraw this, I'd probably draw the... I mean, I guess I'm redrawing it. Draw this as a triangle. Then I draw this as a... Looks like he's wearing a mask. Then here. The issue of focusing on details that I don't think are relevant. Do, 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 do. Ten to 13 seconds and I don't have anything but the face. Well, this monkey is not getting done. That's a monkey. Could also work an ASO PNG model, her background, friends belated birthday art, 2-point commissions. Oh, you got work for days. You've got work for days. You don't need me to give you more work. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. There's a snout. Down. Curves. Can I reach at a vanishing point? But before that reaches it curves. Turns into a fin. Oh, I don't like that one. %. Okay, I can still do it. That's too wide. Little bit. No, you're making a box. Making a box here. This is not a box fin. Got another one here. Straight. I think actually kind of doesn't curve back in. It just kind of goes for a while. And there's another one. Then we give it a little eye. A tiny little mouth. And a nostril. I kind of drop everything for 2 months of the year. Art fight in October, art prompts. Don't know why, but the last few years it helped me a bunch, motivating, inspire me throughout. Helps me get through the art blocks. The shark looks okay. We'll see. Hey, it's Show. What you doing here, Show? Show is a squirrel. Rodents. Rodents with a lot of hair scare me. I don't know how to draw those. Again, I'm not doing basic shapes, which is what I'm trying to do. I keep trying to draw lines. I feel like it's easier for me. But like, I'm not trying to do that. What are you? You're like some sort of blob. Blob number 1. Then you're elongated blob number 2. Again, the problem is like chicken scratches. I don't like chicken scratch. Glove number 2. Leg. Leg. These hands are terrible. If I don't draw the hands, you cannot complain. This tail is hell. Like a bunch of lines going inside each other. Oh, there's that. There's that time, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Draw a little bit of here. The tail could do a lot of work. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Alright. These is what I got 2. These were 2-minute ones, so this one's not too bad for 2 minutes. You're getting better at drawing animals into shapes. I don't know. Sometimes it feels like I'm not. I struggle with this key a lot. It was 10 minutes, but like trying to draw 2 circles right beside each other, like drawing a circle and then drawing a circle inside each other, but like that was not possible. Like, I would have to basically go super slow. Alright, let's do more. Any suggestions from the peanut gallery? Otherwise, obviously faces is something I haven't done. So if I do faces, it'll just be basically me making them from scratch, not really knowing a pattern to do it. I know animals a little more because I obviously started with shapes, then moved to animals. Then the next thing I moved into was figure drawings. So like those are the 3 things that I'm more confident in. Yesterday I did faces and they were certainly were faces. So I was told by my mother, who apparently, well, not apparently, she is an artist, or was an artist at some point. Told me how to do eyes, and she's like, I'll draw you some eyes and I want you to practice. And I'm like, okay. Like, have some here. Let's just see what the reference here was. So first it was like the eye goes like that. There's a bottom line that actually doesn't follow it. Actually cuts it first. Like that, I guess. Unfinished. Then draw a circle. Then we draw a pupil. Sclera. This is the best representation of it. And the way that she did eyelashes, she goes upward. Okay, well that doesn't seem right at all. Yeah, she worked, or she did art when she was younger, and she's like, oh, she's seen me occasionally stream, and she's like, ah, yeah, I'll give you some suggestions. Like, okay. I don't know. I don't think I'm doing this eye any justice, to be honest. So one thing is, right? This looks off. It's because the eye is too small. This is too small. Try that again. More confident. No, it's not from the bottom. It's and then sort of like the eyelid, I guess. Very short. That one didn't conform well. That's an eye, I guess. I feel like that what she does is this creation. It's a very basic eye. Like a bird, if you look at this too much. I guess I'm more speed running it. So what is wrong with this one? I think it's this shape is wrong. It's not a bucket. I'm drawing buckets for it. That look like an eye. I don't know. There's a certain amount of perfection that isn't here that I do not have it. The thing about eyes is they're not. You can't do a reverse eye. If I do this, does that work? Try and doing an eye that's supposed to be the pair to this one. One thing may help you drawing both eyes accurately. Step together to decisive more accurate, like starting the top lid on both eyes and the bottom. Okay, in a sec. That's a weird nose. You've got a weird nose. Is to step together. Step together. One of the ads I got, maybe you have to go tell my sis about it. you got a weird ad, then I feel like if I deviate too much, I become stylistic. Like obviously I've deviated, the eye shape has deviated a bit, and now that looks very weird. Funko Pop Advent Calendar with Nightmare Before Christmas. Ooh, that doesn't sound so bad. That sounds pretty good. Do this shape. For the reverse, not so much. Like reversing my hand movement doesn't make the same thing. I have to go and end, go and end. Are you using Photoshop? No, I'm using Krita. This is Krita. You can see by the top corner. I guess you can't see it because it's kind of blocked. But this is Krita. I don't know if you ever used Krita before. I know. I think you probably have. Forgot that background color. Yeah, you can change it to whatever you want. Very customizable. I just have it in Photoshop style because that's the sort of thing I learned most of it for. Stupid eye, why can't you look good? Or lemons. More bluey than gray. Fair enough. These eyes are not symmetrical. I'm wondering... No, that doesn't look good. Made that highlight too small. Press M. Oh, to rotate. Right. That nose is screwed. No, wait, it's from the bottom to the top. Not that I'm applying less pressure when I leave the thing though. Here, you can have a Mustang. bit derpy. It'd be very handy to see things if you look correct when flipped. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm giving you the side eye. Doesn't matter which eye direction I give you at. Side eye. So that may be more of a tip for later in your art journey, and not during the shape learning phase. I'm giving you a little dance. Wait. I'm making big head. Tiny body. You know what? I'll do fundamentals. I'll do box, arm, hand, arm, hand. Okay, they're not even proportional. Maybe hands on hips. Doing pirouettes. A chin. Got big ears. Alright, let's go. Dancing time. This is so dumb. Yeah. Can't do human faces very well, but that's just sort of a skill thing. Mostly because I'm not very good at keeping... I'm not very good at many things, but I'm very good at keeping proportion of heads versus bodies. Also, I can't do ovals. I have to basically do an oval like this, I guess. And I know that this is how you do the guide marks for eyes and the nose. Then you'd have the eye goes like that. Would be pretty big eyes. That eye is more for the side. Make a curve, make a curve. Curve down. Feel pretty similar. We make a garlic nose. I don't know how to do lips in a way that doesn't make it seem like they're super huge. You just do that. So many messy lines. So messy. At one point, this used to be a face. Now, apparently is something. I think it's very important that I put the eyebrows. Eyes without eyebrows look pretty weird. Obviously, this is like doing it on top of everything. Didn't like do another layer to like try to refine it, but like, I don't know. My faces don't come out right. Cartoony faces come in easier because it probably have more visual reference over time. And because it's a lot this is a lot of simplicism. But I guess I can't do anime style. That's definitely a different style altogether. You got big ugu eyes. Oh no. Basically, they have, it's all black and then there's highlights on. Don't have a nose. They have very high. I actually don't know if this looks at all. They also have circle. I feel like probably drawing that first was not the best idea. Go back to doing regular eyes. The eye that I'm drawing is actually this. I'm gonna draw this one. Sorry, I'm still here vibing. Get back in music caused me so relaxed I forgot to tell. That's okay. Do whatever you want there, Suppy. I'm just doing art practice. Don't really have a project or anything. I'm just basically doing practice as much as I have. I've been at it for, what is it, 16 days? 16 days. I feel like perhaps the main thing I found is that I'm more confident in these line works, but obviously they're still very rough. The shock expression, this one. Probably the style that I'm more capable of drawing by, I guess, just being able to draw without reference, because all of these are being drawn with no reference whatsoever. I think this is the simplistic chibi face, actually. Sculpt the skull. It doesn't even need that. I chibified. Chibi wild. The definition of, I mean, not even my haircut, not even my hair, but it is definitely a simplistic version. Little nubs for arms. If you ever want to draw simple, you basically draw a chibi, because it's basically the most simplified version of drawing a face. You basically ignore the nose. Your simplicity of the line, your line is basically your mouth is a line, and your eyes tend to be flat. You can have versions of it that have more coloration, I guess. I feel like the more, in my art style, the more complexity I give it, the worse it looks. Because we basically are letting our imagination fill in the void. Fill in the void. Fill in the void. Really look like eyes, dude. Come on. Draw that circle. Draw that semicircle. Draw it. Draw it multiple. How would you even draw an island? This is a, I know this is a style that you have in which your eyes are actually beyond your face. Guys. A weird art style. Let's do some poses, huh? Only covered models. No way there's a non-binary version of it. I guess so. There is a lot of models, I'll tell you that. 2 minutes. Let's get cracking. Let's get cracking on. Get the head. Get fine. Baby dancing, baby dancing. Body is on. prefer that wasn't every time. What did the ads tell you today there, Soapy? What did they tell you? Well, I may have tried to join in that pose and then it went real small for most of the time. Rip. Well, that's how it is sometimes. But if you wanted to join, you could just say. I can just give you. You already have the website, I think. I posted it on the Discord earlier. But obviously you can't. I don't think you shared my shapes though. My shapes are my own. No stealing my shapes. A little higher. This woman is ripped. She's got some glutes too. Did not do her justice though. Oh, it's a ballerina. Alright, got 5 more shapes to do. 5 more to do. Got you there. Got you twisting. We got a leg that will go. Another leg. We have an arm. And an arm that goes up. It looks like a monkey bit because of how I drew that pose. Hey, it's a regular looking lad. Spearing. He's a little angled, but I don't think he's terribly angled. It's the lad again. He's casting Wingardium Leviosa. I think. I don't know. So the leg is a hen. No worries. Just doing more of these. They're only 2 minute long though, so I don't have a lot of time to like spend on it. Because I think it's, I don't know. Do you think it's better that I focus on just trying to get it done than it is to overcomplicate with the details? Yeah, that leg is screwed. I don't know about that shape, but okay. 2 more. Wait, I'm not focusing on doing shapes. And the final figure pose. Whatevs. Yeah, well, those are the shapes. Let's go back. They're very basic, I would say, but do they convey poses though? Yes. 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 No. Not convey that it's behind. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. So if I'm self-critiquing myself, I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got a 6 out of 10. How much would you rate this? Does it follow the shapes? Does it follow the pattern? I would say, for me, that's a 6 out of 10. I know that one of the concepts of studying or learning things is that you gotta have a certain tolerance of failure. Because if you do everything and it succeeds at it, then you're not doing very good. Because basically all you're doing is you're doing things you already know. But if you fail all the time, you'll get discouraged and then you don't want to learn it. So I need to have some success and some failure. This is a bit too much failure, but there's some successes, I guess. Right. For the last thing that we'd want to do, I don't know, do a hand. Let's do our first attempt at a hand and see how it goes. Don't think it will go well, but well, sometimes it's just how it is. That's feet. That's feet. Not what I asked for. But to do hands. Okay. So we have hand, arm, then we gotta break it down. Hmm. Welcome back, Soapy. I am just trying to do my first hand and see how it ends up. Giving myself 10 minutes to try to draw this hand. Obviously, I'm not very good. I don't have material to like know the shapes of the hands. I know that hands tend to be, your speed drawing hands, you kind of start breaking them apart. I'm just basically following the lines and trying to replicate the hand by sight rather than by shape. Half my time done. Hmm. think my hand ended up too flat. The finger... This finger's off. Okay, well, there's my hand. It looks like a hand at least, but it's definitely very crude. We'll end the session. Yep. That's a hand. All right. And I don't know. I think I'll just do some. Oh, I think I just realized my canvas is still a little rotated. There you go. I want to try to do circles. Circles is something I'm not great at. These circles are the most circle they've ever circled. I feel like I don't make circles. I feel like I'm making like this an oblong shape, like an egg like that. Pretty sure there's a website for this too. You draw a circle, I think. Draw a circle. Draw a perfect circle, yeah. See if we can do around this. It has to be on. Okay. Move it. Right. Kind of lags. I don't know why it's so laggy. Is there a better website? No, it's just a very laggy. If I go with my mouse, it's fine. But if I go with my stylus, it lags. That's my best circle. %, baby, we're rich. And we reached 95. New best, 93.8. We did it! We got a 95! 95.9. No, again, it feels like what I really ended up doing is just slowing down. We did it! Woo! We got a 95 circle. All right, but it is super laggy, so I'm not exactly sure why that was so laggy when I was trying to do it. 2 more circles. I'm a pro circler now. I am 95% circle. That basically means I'm a square. I don't know. I feel like I don't think my circles are very good. But if an app says that I have 95% circle, can I basically make bad circles? Let's make Bubble Man. Just with circles. Bubble. Bubble. That's Bubble Man. I don't know what he's got in his head. The crown? He's got a crown. I wasn't really sure what I was drawing there. Semicircles are also something So how do you draw a semicircle without it basically being a circle? You take a circle and then remove half of it? See, that doesn't follow that shape. Make some cylinders, draw some cylinder. We were basically ending. Anyway, just wanted to make sure that I could draw something. This is an eye. Or is it a fish? Actually, I think it's more like a bug, to be honest, based on how it's drawn. Draw a scorpion, I guess. Scorpion has a lot of circles or bubbles. Fisheye is both. Scorpion is like this. Is the scorpion like this? I can't remember. I found a lot of circle. Sure. I guess that's a scorpion over there. If we ignore the fact that it's nothing. What other? We can do a bird. Bird with Nothing but a bird with nothing but or curved lines. No. Have drawing from memory is tough. Doing too well played with a scorpion. I mean, I'm trying my best. I'm trying here, Sophie. I'm just trying to draw. So, somewhat from memory, but also it's somewhat fresh, right? Because I have been seeing a lot of animals during the class art tutorials. I don't like that. Let's open its wing. Bit fly. Well, that bird has got a little derpy. I think it's because I over-detailed this beak over here. Anyway, let's do a quick review of everything we've drawn so far, and let's see how it goes. So, started with some shapes. We started very small shapes. I wanted to make sure to keep them in one spot. You can see that the line work, it's basically minimized. I try to not go over the lines multiple times. If I do make a quick mistake, I try to correct it by doing another line that basically goes on top of it. When it's not a proper triangle shape, then I do another highlighting line to focus that. Oh, look away from this guiding line, look away something else. However, sometimes I put too much strength in it, so this is a fail. Put too much strength in it and then it breaks. Additionally, sometimes I don't do enough ghosting and the lines will go in too curved, but time limits happen. These were circles or spheres, but I didn't shade any of them. Shading is not one of my strong suits in pencil, I will tell you that. I do some basic contouring, but I don't know. This perspective, this is not the same line. It's similar, but not the same line. The cone thingy. Now these objects I also had only 30 seconds to do. These 5 objects. Here's this. Okay, so I just want to point out to you, Sophie. See this vase? This is 30 seconds of the vase. And we'll, in a second, see 10 minutes of the vase. Cup, salt shaker. Here I was trying to do this. This is trying to do the shapes in about 30 seconds, yeah. And this is 30, this is 30. Also, these were 30 seconds as well. So, just trying to basically get all the shapes as much as possible. Then, this is 10 minutes. this is 10 minutes of the same vase. So this vase is this vase. I got randomly generated this one again. This one is also 10 minutes, as I've been trying to draw back and forth. These were 2 minutes. One of the things I was told about when it comes to sketching animals and sketching specific creatures is that you should try to make a point of focus, which is something I've not done with any of the 3 of them here, with the exception of the squirrel. The squirrel thing is the only one I've done point of focus of. Just basically highlight one specific part of the animal, and the rest can be very meh. It can be kind of very sketchy. Thanks, Soapy. Thank you for the support. That's what the main things I've been doing is just been trying to... So instead of, as I said, one of the methods of learning that I'm trying to, I guess, reach or comprehend a little more is to not have to rely on detailing, not to have to rely on following the line, and rather just trying to follow the fact that I saw the shape and I try to copy that shape without having to like always have to check back for every line. I believe this is around where you showed up, so the rest is kind of what you already know, but here is some basic eyes. I'm just doing that because effectively I have these eye sketches and I wanted to try to do eyes. Eyes is still something I need a lot of work with. It's, I think, proportions my biggest concern, and the fact that I like to draw eyes in more cartoon style than I like to do a realistic style. We can go down the sketching line. Then there's your favorite, ballerina. Wait, not on the axis. Ballerina. Rotating also does help to see what sort of lacking in symmetry some eyes have. But here's the anime style. Here's an experiment in trying to do line work. More experiments. Chibi Wild. I guess this is, I would say, it's probably closer to the Peak style. This is basically, I'm pretty sure I was looking at Peak, or reminded me of Peak when I was doing this. All of these are also without any references, beyond perhaps this one over here, that I used the reference of this drawing I have on me. Otherwise, all of it is basically imagination. We're all in trance now. You're easily distracted there, Soapy. Easily distracted. So here are the poses. I ranked, so I already went through them earlier, but I basically did say that I only succeeded at, I would say that I personally only think I succeeded at 6 out of the 10 shapes. I had about 2 minutes to do each of them. This one was fine. I was able to hold the shape. This one was fine. I was able to hold its sort of energy. This one was also fine. This one, this is the one I think I failed, because although I have the shape, it doesn't convey the feeling that there is somebody looking at the other side of this. This one also doesn't look that good. I think it's because it's missing some detailing to determine what the shape is. Here it just looks like he's pointing, but at the same time this shape doesn't make sense because he shouldn't be able to do this. This is not a pose that a person can actually do. I feel like there's an object missing there to perform that. The ballerina works. Maybe the monkey feet could be fixed, but ballerina works. Kind of, it demonstrates it. The proportions seem to be okay. Maybe the sort of pelvis is a little off. I consider this one a failure, mostly because I missed the spear, and I also missed the contouring of the line, the body shape. I just don't, or not contouring, but like the outline of the shape isn't very coherent. It's blocks, yes, but I don't convey that he's a little chubbier. I just convey that he's like very wavy. Same thing for this guy. He's the same guy as this one. I convey that he's chubbier for sure, but the legs are wrong, posture is wrong. This arm was a little lost, and I tried to do it in a 3D block style, which is generally how I've been told to do shapes, or how I've seen to do things, but I seem to be a lot more efficient to do squares and then just fill in the lines from the square, but I don't know. Not so good. This one's a borderline fail too, but I passed it because basically it was a very simple shape. There wasn't anything else to improve in here. There's a lot A little bit is hidden. Obviously, there's no detailing on the face. There's no hands, etc., etc. Maybe, I don't know. I think proportional is right, but basically because I had this one to the side, it was skewing how my proportions were doing. Because technically should have been more proportional to this guy. And then there is this guy. This guy was okay. I liked it. I put his cape, I put the box. The box is obviously not correct, but that's not important. It just basically seems that he's actually standing on something. He's not just doing a random pose. I did a little bit of the cape. The cape is not correct to what the original was, but it kind of keeps the reason to why the contouring is as it is. Here's my hand study. As I said, the biggest problem I have with doing lines is that I can't do shading. My shading just sucks. It just becomes raggedy, and I don't like that. The only detailing I had to worry about was this ring. Don't want to highlight it. The rest of it is basically just a lot of lines, a lot of working, a lot of moving around, a lot of trying to get the hands. Some of these curves are not perfect. But I was trying to keep that hand to the best of my abilities. Obviously, the biggest problem I have, and this is probably something, is that I don't know how to do. I do not have consistency when it comes to putting weight on the line. I sometimes make a line very thick, and sometimes I make a line very thin. Sometimes can affect, like for example, this finger is affected very heavily by that. Well, this one is a by reference, Soapy. So there was like a picture of a hand, and I was trying to copy it. However, I did fail. There's a failure mark in here, which is I did not follow by shape. I followed by eyesight. Obviously, like, oh, there's a specific thing that I'm looking at, and then I will try to copy that line and just try and do my best at it. But still, thank you nonetheless. But I still gotta be critical. I'm learning. I gotta figure out what my mistakes are. And if I'm basically too positive about myself, I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm good. I don't need to learn. And I need to understand what's wrong with me, so as to be able to improve. Specifically when I'm basically doing this in a very short time frame, right? Doing this only for 30 days. So if I do the same thing, if I make the same mistake over and over, I need to like figure out why I'm making that mistake. And here's just some circle work. Nothing. This is nothing to basically say anything about. Me trying to do circles. But we got 95% circle. We got 95%. That's good enough for me. So I will say it was super laggy, and it basically involved. Okay, I'll draw it. Oh, not that way. It weirdly enough, because of how it was lagging, it was forcing me to do circles like this, which is like, this feels worse. Why would I ever want to do a circle that's just basically a lot of concentric lines beside each other? That doesn't make any sense. I would prefer much to have the dynamism of a circle that is not correct than a circle that is accurate like this. But I guess that exercise was about accuracy, and accuracy does prefer that you are slow with your lines than you are faster with your lines, even if you're less confident with them. But I think that this is a better circle, even if this is not a circle. This is better than this. Whatever this is. It's not even a circle. I mean, it is a circle, but an attempt at it. And then finally, some extra doodles. We got Bubble Man, we got Fisheye, we got a bird that's got scribbled over. My biggest concern, Chicken Scratch. Just it looks bad. Looks bad. Again, it wasn't like one that was spent a lot of time in, so, you know, for a quick sketch, fine. Chicken Scratch, I don't know. One thing I definitely need to maybe look into is making a project that lasts me more than 10 minutes, so that way I can start looking into more detailing, looking into more perspective to doing things. But for now, we're just doing short form so as to be able to get confidence with lines, get confidence with shapes, get confidence with whatever the hell this is. What is? Not this. To be honest, if I compare this to the bird I drew earlier, like we're talking about like a bird from long ago. Where are my animal shapes? Actually, where are my animal shapes? Pretty sure I put this in the Discord a while back. But We compare this to this was okay. So I just want to point out this was 11 days ago. No, 9 days ago. This was 9 days ago. This is the bird I was drawing now. 9 days ago, I tried to draw a bird from memory, and I drew this and this. This was supposed to be a chicken. This was supposed to be a bird. So call that improvement, call that side grade, call that more problems. We'll see. But yeah, these were the original. Oh, this is the original squirrel too. And here I was trying to draw with shapes. I don't think I had a time limit for these. I just basically drew them. And this is no reference. There's no reference for any of these animals. Anyway. We can get rid of that one. Okay. With that, we're gonna call it for today. That's my 2 hours. Man, chicken. Well, I mean, drawing by reference makes it a lot easier. Alright. But let's get out of here. Definitely improving as you go. That's the hope. Hopefully, again, I do not think I will be drawing. I mean, I think I definitely will be more confident in my line work, which is definitely something I have noticed as a work. I feel like I can start guessing, start figuring out more things, start doing more of the like. But yeah, it's a progress. It's a progress. All right, let's get out of here, huh? I need to save this. Save this as another project. Also, I'm working on a side project that's not necessarily art related, but it's more video editing related. But it is technically also art, but doesn't involve my sketching, so not included into these projects that I'm doing every 2 days. But we'll worry about it some other time. Let's do our doodles. This is now called 16 art class. I will say this folder is getting huge because I think Krita is not very efficient when it comes to saving files. So far, actually, it's not too bad. I thought it was reaching a gigabyte, but no, we're good. What about these files? 80 megabytes? Okay, never mind. They're not too big. Not too big. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go to the middle. Let's give you a jump scare there. Soapy, are you ready? Jump scare? Jump scare! It's just doesn't really do anything if I say jump scare, but anyway. Yeah. I thank you very much for everybody who stopped by. I will go to the end screen. Bam. Yeah. So plans for this is to keep doing it every day in November. So for 2 hours every day, I've been hitting it. I've been doing it, and we've hit the past halfway mark. I wasn't too sure if I would actually be disciplined enough to do it, but so far 16 days, not missed a single day. We've had to maybe schedule a few days a little bit differently, but it's working. We're doing great. Thank you very much for everybody. Don't forget to stay wild, and I'll see you again tomorrow if you're interested. And if not, well, I have recordings, and you have a life. So, c'est la vie, mon ami, c'est la vie, or as the French say. No, that is what the French say. No. All right. Well,